Hello everybody, I'm with my little friend, Wendie Wilson, who you might know from exercising and health and from the New York Times. She was featured in the New York Times. The article is called Payment Offers to Egg Donors Prompt Scrutiny. Now what kind of scrutiny is going on? What do you do? What do you do?
Okay, what I do is I'm an agency that screens and recruits egg donors to work with intended parents who could otherwise not have children on their own.
Okay, so you talking about women, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, women have eggs, men have sperm.
Okay, so no man could come in like, look, I can't have a baby, so I can get a donor to, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, for instance,
a guy can.
Yeah, sure. You know, we work with single parents, gay couples, traditional families, single moms. So we pretty much don't have a judgment as to who we work with, believing that everybody who provides a stable, loving home should be able to have the option to be a parent. So obviously,
I want to know why people just don't adopt, you know.
Well, I think adoption is a fantastic idea, and I think that it really works well for some people, and I think a lot of the people that we work with adopt in addition to doing this, but for some people, the journey that they want to experience is...
The Gifted Journey, that's the name of her company, The Gifted Journey.
GiftedJourneys.com.
Gifted Journey.
Hence the word journey.
Yes.
But what they want to experience is the entire process. They want to experience conception, they want to experience the growth of the baby and being there for every part. They might
gaining weight. That's what I'm thinking. They want to go through that.
Well, yeah, but then they could come to Adventure Girls
boot camp. Yes, they climb mountains and yes. Okay.
Just work that weight right off.
Yes. Okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, but how much does this cost? You know,
Well, that's sort of what the article was about, was the concern that donors were getting offered too much money well, I mean, the ASRM, which stands for the American Society of Reproductive Medicine, really has the cap at what they think people should pay egg donors at $10,000 or less. And people are seeing these advertisements for very specific donors, maybe Ivy League educated and
for a super baby, yeah.
Well, or a baby that's like them. They might be that same person. Okay. So they're maybe offering $25,000, $50,000, even $100,000 to the donor. So the concern is that the donor who may otherwise not have chosen to be an egg donor will suddenly be
okay, so they're thinking that some women are just like, oh, okay, I got nothing to do. Here's a lot of money. I think I'll just do this.
Right.
This is what I'll do, because, you know, I mean, women have come a long way.
All logical choice goes out the window because they see the
there's money.
Right. Exactly.
I can't believe that people think that about women now. I mean, it's 2010.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 2010.
I agree. It's a little.
So that's what this article is about in the New York Times.
Yeah, the concern that a lot of agencies aren't adhering to the guidelines of the ASRM when really, to be perfectly honest, the vast majority of donors in most agencies are $10,000 or less. So when you see these headlines or you see these ads for specific people asking for specific donors, it's kind of a teeny tiny pocket of the population of this particular industry, because...
But that makes the media.
Right, that makes the media, certainly.
Okay.
It makes the media because it's big numbers and it's a lot of money. Okay. But, you know, I mean, I have 400 donors in my database, and none of them ask me.
Well, how do you know how people feel and go through? I mean, have you ever done this? I mean...
I have, yes, 5 times.
You've done this 5 times?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I guess you know your stuff then, huh? I got nothing to say, because I knew you was going to say, like, oh, well, you know, this is something I believe. Well, you really do. You did it.
I do believe it. The first couple that I donated for, she had been in remission from cancer for 6 years. And
you know, I didn't think about that.
I was 23 years old, and at that point, you know, after graduating from college and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, I saw this ad and I was like, wow, that's pretty awesome. I ended up hearing about this couple, chose to donate for them. And at 23, I hadn't done anything as big or incredible or as amazing as...
And you don't regret it? You don't regret doing that?
No.
You don't regret
No. In fact, the experience was so moving that that's why I dedicated my life to this industry.
Wow.
And I ended up being vice president for a different agency for several years before I finally decided to start
Gifted Journeys. Okay, so I wrote down a couple of questions. Why not adopt? What about the sperm donors? You know, is it too old to start? When is it too old to start having kids? And I don't know if you can say that real quick, or should people just go to
Well, you really should.
What you doing?
Early to mid 30s.
No, no. You trying to say that I'm too mature? Is what you trying to say? That I'm a little too Betty White-ish?
Maybe a little advanced maternal age.
She was wrong for that. But okay, but people do want to know what in your, cause see, you've done it, you studied, this is your thing, you got your education in this. What really is the age that, like, really 35?
Well, look, it's not saying that there won't be exceptions that people won't be able to have kids.
But
lots and lots of people do. It's just if you want kids, please be trying to have them no later than 35.
Okay,
That's
so
what I would say.
I'm assuming that you can freeze your eggs early, and I know there's like the pros and this information about that. So please go to giftedjourneys.com, right?
Yes.
And can we just Google Wendie Wilson and we'll find other articles about you and your radio show? Go ahead, promote, girl. Go ahead.
The Seattle NPR station. The Conversation with Ross Reynolds. You can Google that, and that will come up as well.
Wow.
And then on May 25th, we're going to do national NPR.
Wow. Okay. Well, make sure you leave your questions. You can go to giftedjourneys.com, and you can leave your comments right here. I just want to kind of halfway show this little article. She really was in the New York Times. You know, it's a payment offered to egg donors prompts scrutiny. That's you, girl.
That's me.
In the New York Times. That's my friend. Okay, that's how we roll. New York Times. Okay, Wendie Wilson. Okay, trying to tell me my eggs too old. Okay, I got powdered eggs. Anyway, you're good. You're
Goodbye.
good. Over and out. Whoa, that was